Welcome to another back of the net recording. This is about expanding brackets and simplifying. Okay, first of all, expand. The question here is expand 4 brackets t plus 3 close brackets. This is a fairly straightforward question. We're saying if you had 4 envelopes of t and a 3, what would you have all together? Well, hopefully you can see you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 t's and 1, 2, 3, 4 threes, but 4 threes would be 12. And they're positive threes, so it's plus 12. So the answer there is 4t plus 12. There is another way to do it, which I hope students would progress to, and they would say 4 times t is 4t, 4 times 3 is 12, giving me 4t plus 12. Second example, again, straight away there, the word expand, that's telling me I need to multiply out the bracket. Occasionally it will say multiply out. And I'm going to use the technique we used just now, which is to times that. 5 lots of 3x would give me 15x. And similarly, 5 envelopes of minus 2 would give me a total of minus 10. So my answer there would be minus 10. Next question. This example down here. Again, it's expand. It's a little more complicated this time because I've got a letter outside of the bracket. And this is when I really do need to use that multiplying idea. I'll draw the 2 arrows on for you first of all. And that one there. So there's these 2 arrows multiplying there. And the first one, 3y times y, will give me 3y squared. Because y times y is y squared, and with 3 of them, so 3y squared. Plus 3y times 4, or even if you like 4 times 3y, that's 3y, 6y, 9y, 12y. You could do repeated addition there if you like. And that there would be your answer. In terms of marks, this question here will be a 1 mark question. This one here I think would also be a 1 mark question. But this one, because of that added complication of the letter outside the bracket, you probably get 2 marks for that one there. Okay, 2 for you to do. Press pause. Okay, welcome back. Just do these 2 for you. Just going to draw my arrows on in the red before I start with the black. 5 times p, 5p, 5 times 7, 35, and it was a positive, so it's plus 35. You could, if you were struggling, think about all those little envelopes there. 5 of them, each with a 7 in, each with a p in. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 p's, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Okay. Second question. Again, it was expand. So I know I'm multiplying. And here we had y times 2y will be 2y squared. Don't get too frightened by the combination of 2 things. Just look at the letters first. Y times y would be y squared. And you've got 2 of them, so 2y squared. Then y times 3, or 3 times y, is 3y. We didn't get panicky about the negative sign, but it's a negative 3, so it'll be negative 3y. Question done. Again, in terms of marks, 1 mark, probably 2 marks. Okay, same video, looks like a different topic, but actually very similar. We're now looking at this word factorize, and that means to be putting in terms of the highest possible or highest common factor of the two terms in your expression, or the two parts of your expression. So I've got two bits here to look at. I've got the 3x and the 12. I'm looking for a number or a letter that's in both. Now, there's only a letter in this one, so we can't be looking for a letter. So, is there a factor that I can divide both of these two numbers by? It's always a good start to use a table, so I'm going to go to the 3 there, so 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep, 12's in that same times table. So 3 and 12 are in the 3 times table. So I'll write down my 3, and then draw my bracket empty at the moment. Now work out what I would multiply, just like we did before. What do I times 3 by to give me 3x, and what do I times 3 by to give me 12? So 3 times x would give me 3x, and 3 times 4 would give me 12. It was plus 12, so I need a plus 4. Question done. Probably 1 mark. Question 2. Again, what is common to both there? Is there a number that's common to both? Nope. Is it in a times table? Well, the only times table in is the 1 times table, so that's no help. Is there a letter that's in both? Well, yes, I've got an x. So x outside the bracket. What do I times x by to give me x squared? I should draw my little red arrows there to help me, shouldn't I? What do I times x by to give me x squared? X. What do I times x by to give me minus 4x? Well, the 4 will come from the 4 and the minus from the minus, so x minus 4. That one probably 2 marks. Okay, here are 2 for you to try. Press pause. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully that wasn't too tricky. Common to both, there's no letter in both, so it must be a number. Start with my 5 times table, 5, 10, I'm there straight away, so 5 outside. Then I've got to do my little timesings. 5 times x gives me 5x, 5 times what gives me 10, it's 2, and it was positive. Question done. This question, again, there's no number common, it must be a letter. It's going to be x. Put my little red arrows in. X times x gives me the x squared. How do I get the minus 7x? Don't get worried about the minus for now, just worry about the 7x. X times what gives me 7x? Obviously it's 7. It's a minus 7, so I need a minus. Okay, hope this went well for you. Again, probably 2 marks, 1 mark. Right, similar idea. We've still got that word expand, but we've now also got simplify, and we've got actually 2 brackets here. Now there's 2 types of questions we can have with 2 brackets, and one is called multiplying out a double bracket, and the other one is simplifying 2 linear brackets. This is the one where we're simplifying 2 linear brackets. The double brackets is another video, you can watch that. The thing that tells me here is that the 2 brackets aren't touching. There's something between them, there's a plus between them. When we're doing double brackets, you'll see that these 2 brackets here and here will be kissing, touching each other. Okay, how do we go about this one? I really do like to use a 2 colour theme to this. That's my first bracket. That's my second bracket. And I use those 2 to help me answer the question. I haven't touched this sign here yet, so I'm now going to multiply those 2 out. I'm going to do it in green and yellow. In the exam you can do it in black pen and then or pencil and then highlight it yourself. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times a minus 5 is minus 15. And then for the yellow, 2 times 5x, well 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12, but it's a minus. I'm now going to set this up as a column sum, with the green adding to the yellow. It seems a little bit of a palaver, but it does actually help, particularly when we come to do the negative ones in a minute. So 3x minus 5, and then beneath it I write the yellow one because it came second, which was 10x minus 12. It's important that I've run the x's up and I've run the numbers up, just like you might do in tens and units, where you would have your units and your tens. Here we've got our numbers here, and then our x is there. Now, look carefully at the sign, and I can see it was a plus. I'm going to write a nice big plus. And now I do my addition. 3x plus 10x is 13x. Negative 5, add another negative 12, will be negative 17. And that's my answer. In terms of the mark scheme, you're probably getting 1 for that line, another 1 for that line, and 1 for adding it up correctly, giving you a total of 3. Okay, second example. Expand and simplify. So we've got the expand and the simplify. So we know we're multiplying out these brackets. Okay. First of all, the green and the yellow. Just on the green underneath there so we can actually see what we've written. Okay, multiplying out the green one first of all. 2 times x, 2x, 2 times minus y is minus 2y. Okay, don't worry about the sign, forget that for now. Let's just worry about the yellow bit. 3 times x, 3x, 3 times minus 2y, don't get panicky. 3 times a 2 is 6, so it's going to be 6y, and it was a negative. Okay, now we set up our column sum. The first first expression was 2x minus 2y, and then in the yellow we had 3x minus 6y. Now we worry about how the two parts were connected, and in this case it was subtraction. So we do a nice big subtraction sign there. I've slightly overemphasized that, but it's to make it clear. And now I do my subtraction. Again, we've got set up nicely with the y column and then the x column. Minus 2y minus minus 6y. Well, the minus minus 6y is like taking out 6 cold things, so it would actually get warmer. So it's going to go up by 6. Up by 6 from minus 2, use a number line if you need to, would be 4y. Slightly more straightforward, 2x minus 3x is minus x, or minus 1. You could write minus 1x if you'd like. That would probably get you your answer. I would like to see, first of all, it as minus x without the 1 in there, and then the positive 4y. And then finally, I would probably like to switch them around to have 4y minus x as being my final answer. This question here is a much more tricky question, probably worth 4 marks. Mostly because of that minus minus business in there. Okay, here's a couple for you to try. If you'd like to press pause and give it a go. Okay, welcome back. Let's do these two questions for you. I'm going to stick to my same colours as before, with the green and the yellow. So there's my green. Just do it underneath so you can still see it, and then the yellow. Green one first of all. 4 times y is 4y, 4 times 5 is 20. Now the yellow, 2 times 2, or 2 times 2 is 4, be y, 2 times 1 is 2. And it was a positive, so it's plus 2. Now I'm going to set it up as a column sum, column calculation, and the yellow one was 4y plus 2. And they were adding, so a nice big add sign. Using the colour really does help students here. 4y add 4y will be 8y. 20 add 2 is 22, and it's positive 22, so it's 8y plus 22. That would be at least 3 marks in the exam, and relatively straightforward there. I hope that's helped. Hope you got it right too. Second one, down here, again I'll go for the 2 colours. First of all, the green, and then the yellow. And there's absolutely nothing to stop you doing this in the exam. If you want to use your highlighters, get them out and use them. I know it says that you can only write in black pen, but as long as your answer's in black pen, all your workings can be in whatever colour you like. So, first of all, 6 times b, 6b, need a pen there. 6 times 3, it's positive, is 18. Don't worry about the sign, let's not worry about that for the minute. 3 times 2 is 6, and it's a b, so 6b. 3 times 4 is 12, but it was a negative. I now do my column, and here we've got 6b plus 18 in the green, and in the yellow we have 6b minus 12. Identify how these two are linked, and it's with a negative, so it's a subtraction. So now I carry out my subtraction. 18 minus minus 12, so taking 12 cold things out of the 18 would increase the temperature by 12, taking me up to 2030. And 6b minus 6b is 0. So my answer in this case is very simply 30. Question done. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. The colour technique really does make it a lot more straightforward. In the exam, I would urge you to use a colour pen, a colour pencil, or highlight it. It will get picked up by the scanner. If you're using yellow, it probably won't, but your working will be there. I would go for blue pen, red pen maybe. There we are. Reward yourself. That's the end of the expanding brackets. I hope that's all been useful to you. Go and watch another video.